So to start off, I used the Wella Color Charm Powder Lightener, and I used 40 volume developer, but the product that I use next bumps it down to a 30, so that's why I did 40, and that's the Absolute Perfection Booster Step 1. I used 2 of these because I ended up using pretty much 2 portions of bleach, so I used 2 scoops of bleach with 4 scoops of the developer, and then 2 scoops of the Absolute Perfector. And to start off with his hair, I just parted in about 2-inch, maybe 1-inch sections and put the bleach on just the ends. And then I put them in foil, and I just did this all the way up his head until all his lengths were covered in bleach. After all his hair had bleach on it, I just went through some of the foils to make sure that it was completely covered with bleach, and there were a couple spots that we missed, but after we rinsed out his hair, we just went ahead and re-bleached those little sections. After we let his hair sit for probably about 15-20 minutes, I just went through and kind of wiped out the pieces that had been covered in bleach the longest and just wiped the ends clean of the bleach, and then I applied a different mixture of bleach, which was with 20 volume developer, and just put that all over all of his roots. The toner that I used on his hair was the Color Charm T14 Pale Ash Blonde by Wella, and this step is completely not necessary at all. I just wanted to try and make his hair a little more uniform of color, but according to the Arctic Fox website, you don't even have to tone the hair before you use their hair color, but I didn't read that before I did his hair, so we just toned it anyway. And then with the dye, I used an entire bottle of the Tresemme conditioner with an entire bottle of the Virgin Pink, just so we would have the same color for next time he just touched up his color. And he got to do his hair probably about this time plus 2 more with how much we used. In this clip you can see that his roots are already kind of a pinkish color. That's because we used a different formula before this one, which was a lot more diluted and it only had a couple drops of the virgin pink in it, and that only took to his roots, which were the lightest part of his hair. So for the actual color, it was the 1 bottle of Tresemme conditioner with the 1 bottle of virgin pink. We went ahead and just parted his hair like we did with the bleach and did each section starting with the roots, and then after I covered all the roots I went down and just went through the lengths of his hair. And after that we let it process for about 2 to 3 hours, and then that's when you get the final look.